Hi. Um, it's been a really long time since I made an update, so I figured I just kind of owed you guys one. It's been like a month or more. I was accepted to Mercy, so I've been placed on the completed applications list, and I am working on the assignments that go along with that. Um, they just send you books, and you write a response, and then you send it to them. So I was accepted to Mercy. Today's my birthday. I'm turning 17, or I am 17. Um, I hate birthdays. Oh my god, I hate birthdays. Um, it's just always really disappointing because it always reminds me just how much my family forgets about me. Um, and just, I don't know what it is about birthdays, but I always have horrible birthdays, and today was no exception to that. Um, I these past couple, I don't know, maybe a week or two, I've been super, super, super depressed. I ended up in hospital on Friday night in EPT, which is the emergency psychiatry thing. I just felt like I couldn't keep myself safe, and I don't want to die. Yo, sorry about that. Um, my mom just came in to tell me to take my pills. Um, but I don't plan on doing that right now. So I ended up in EPT on Friday night, and Saturday was 3 years since my miscarriage. That I, like, because I was getting raped, got pregnant, and had a miscarriage. But I was pretty, like, I had some pretty intense flashbacks on Saturday. It was just not a good day. Um, but in terms of Saturday night, I went into, like, apparently I was really depressed, more depressed than I have ever been, and, like, I was just so despondent, and I looked like I was, like, I'm usually good at hiding my depression, but, this time I wasn't, and I was sitting there in sweats and a hoodie, which is really not what it's, I'm usually in jeans and, like, a nice shirt. Well, not nice, but a t-shirt or whatever. Um, and mom was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I wouldn't, like, even move my mouth. Like, I had no energy. I didn't want to do anything. And I just sat there. And my parents decided that they were going to take shifts. Dad stayed up. Dad was going to stay up the first 4 hours and mom the second. Because I wasn't planning on sleeping, and I wasn't supposed to take my sleep meds because I'm switching. Um, so I ended up cutting really, really, really bad on uh, Friday night because my dad let me be in here with the door closed, and I just didn't feel safe. So I went out, and I'm just like, "Dad, I think I need to go to the hospital." So he woke mom up, and mom took me, and I waited there. I got put into EPT right away, which is unusual because usually I have to see the emergency doctor in the emergency room before you get transferred to EPT, but that didn't happen. So it was kind of a relief for me not to have to be in the actual emergency room for a long period of time. And then I saw the emergency room doctor, who was the stupidest doctor on earth, I swear to God. Well, probably not as stupid as Dr. Stupid, but he's just like, "So, why are you here? And I told him I'm like, I just don't feel safe. I struggle with self-harm, and I just, it's really, like, it's an anniversary of a trauma that took place 3 years ago, and I can't keep myself safe. And I was smiling like this the whole time that I said it, the whole time that I was talking to him, and he's just like, so, why are you smiling? I'm like, it's a defense mechanism. It's what I always do. Um, and he was like, oh, so what reaction were you looking for from your parents? And I'm like, this is not for attention. Like, this is an anniversary of a trauma, and it's really hard for me. And I don't feel safe at home, so I'm here because I'm taking responsibility for myself. And he's just like, well, I'm gonna go check with the on-call psychiatrist. And so I wait like a couple hours, and then the psychiatrist comes in, and it's this woman who looked like she just rolled out of bed. And she basically told me that I have to look in the mirror um, every day for 3 weeks and tell myself that I love myself, to say, I love you. I really, really love you. Um, just for 3 weeks, and then of course everything's going to be all better. My eating disorder, my depression, my anxiety, everything's going to be better because the main root of my issues is that I don't love myself. Um, Personally, I disagree with that. I think there's more issues that need to be worked on besides loving myself. I mean, yes, that's important. I need to love myself and I need to treat myself with respect. But in terms of trauma and all the trauma that I've experienced in my life, I think that there's much more to it. And it seems to be that way with a lot of people who suffer from the issues that I struggle with. It's not just a base, like, it's not just about loving yourself. Um, so she let me go. She's like, so you're safe enough to go home, right? We don't need to admit you. Actually, she didn't even say we don't need to admit you. She's like, so you're safe to go home, right? And it was like she wasn't giving me an option to say no. And I was like, uh-huh, yeah, totally. No. And she's like, alright, well, you can just get dressed and go on home then. Because you don't need to be here anymore because you're completely good. So I just came home and like I ended up crashing, which is good because otherwise I would have done something else that I would have regretted. But these past few nights since then, I've just gotten progressively more depressed, and the self-harm has increased, and it keeps increasing in severity and like quantity. So I'm really scared that if it keeps up like this, I'm gonna end up going too far. Today's my birthday, and I told myself that I wasn't going to hurt myself on my birthday, but I have already failed at that, and I feel like I'm about to fail at that again. Eating disorder-wise, I'm struggling with restricting. I haven't really been purging. I'm seeing my treatment team, which, I don't know, they're kind of dumbasses. Dr. Couturier, at least. Dr. Johnson is not so bad, but Dr. Couturier is my psychiatrist. I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder yesterday. That's fun. I hate being